It's now 5:30 and I'm going to head into the pool to do a swim. I haven't booked and I see a lot of kids, so I'm worried that the pool is like booked out for swim class or something like that. The session I got to do today is on my plan with Brand New Fitness, and it's labelled as Johnny's favourite workout. It's Johnny's favourite swim session, and obviously you know who I'm talking about, Johnny Brownlee. Let's head in, hopefully we can get in the pool and see what it entails. Cracks me up, man, when you hear kids with line bikes that are clearly nicked because they make that beeping noise. I was saying this to Izzy, do you think amongst youngsters these days it's more of a flex to rock around with your line bike beeping rather than like saying that you paid for it? Imagine a track session but in the pool. That was rough. That was tough, man. That was the hardest swim I've ever done in my life. Honestly, swimming is so fascinating. You can be working so hard and you are giving it absolutely everything and your heart rate's like 160. So I did like a flat out towards the end. I did these like flat out efforts and my heart rate, I've just looked on my Coros and it said the max that I did was 160, which is insane. It felt like I'd just done a full send around the track. It was mental. But if that's Johnny Brownlee's favourite session, no wonder that bloke went to the absolute top of his game, because that was tough work. I was fighting for my life at the end of that. Good morning. I'm not going to speak loudly because Izzy's still asleep, but it's very early. I don't know why I'm whispering so much. It's 6 o'clock. I'm heading out. I'm riding for the first time in Regent's Park. I'm meeting up with Tobias. He is a proper cyclist. I met him at the Strava event like last year. Top bloke. We always message, and he's been helping me out loads with my bike. He's an absolute legend. Heading to Regent's Park now. It looks like a nice morning. Need to get there for 7, so I need to get a shuffle on. Yeah, we're going to do some laps. Should be good fun. Had a coffee. We're ready to go. I'm excited. Hello, brother. How are we doing?
Good.
I literally just pinged you on location.
Got breakfast for you.
Oh yeah. Oh, lovely stuff. Thank you, mate. I'll take the non-caffeinated one.
It,
Thanks so much. I had these at Hackney Half. They were class. Right, so I've linked up with Toby. Yeah, this is my first experience at Richmond Park. There's some ultras here, mate. There's some proper cycling purists.
It's Regent's Park.
What did I say?
Richmond. This should be good. It's your first time here, did you say?
Yeah.
Yeah. Inner Circle, the home of interval training. Outer Circle's got a bit of traffic at the moment, so it might get a bit busy.
Okay.
But we'll do some efforts. 4 by 1 minute on, 1 minute off, and we'll do that twice.
Right.
See how you go.
I'm nervous.
It's only 8 minutes of effort, right?
Yeah.
So if you put it that way, it's quite easy.
So when you say effort, you're just basically me going all out for a minute, yeah?
Yeah, go as hard as you can for a minute.
Yeah.
And have a minute just like freewheeling.
Yeah.
Belly pedaling, and then do that again 4 times.
Yeah.
If you're struggling to get the power out, just try and keep your leg speed and your cadence high.
You're talking a new language to me now. I'm learning as I go, mate. Wicked, let's go on with it. Bloody hell, that's fast. Right, first round of efforts done. I can't lie, my legs are absolutely fried, bro. How'd you get on?
Yeah, it's spicy. I feel like I did them consistently, but I kind of take back what I said about it not being too hard.
What's your quickest kilometre, by the way?
I don't
Do you know?
like that's so dependent on like wind and air pressure.
Is it?
So it's hard to say.
Round here, what do you reckon your quickest lap would be?
Like just over a minute.
Really?
Which is a minute for a K.
That's quick. What's on the schedule now?
5 minutes easy rolling.
Nice.
Same thing again.
Right, final effort. Let's go. Who said this cycling stuff was a piece of piss, man? Thank you for that, brother.
Welcome to the morning cycling scene.
I love it, man. Love it. That was a sick session. It was nice to get up and do that.
And you've probably done like 50k by 8 AM.
Yeah, I've done 32 currently,
No, fine.
but I've probably got another, 15 to get home.
There you go.
Yeah,
Job
happy
done.
days, man. Thank you for that. Appreciate it.
Good stuff.
Right, session done. I really enjoyed that, can't lie. I felt so much more confident on my bike. Now I need to make some food, I'm starving. If you're new to the channel, you won't know about this, but this is a smoothie that I make pretty much without fail. During my main fitness transformation the other year when I lost a ton of weight, this was my breakfast every single day at work. Single banana, scoop of oats, scoop of protein, peanut butter and almond milk. You know what I'm gonna do as well to add a little bit of extra recovery into it? Gonna add some of this. Okay, so as you can tell, the podcast here is in a new space and it has had a new lick of paint. The podcast is back now and I'm feeling just so motivated to get it going and bring it back to life, but just with a kind of rebrand. Same sort of conversations will be happening, exactly the same ethos to the show, and that's why I've called it Emotional Intelligence. I feel like it's a really fitting name for everything that I want this pod to be. Really looking forward to putting this out there, just getting back on the horse with it, because it does knock the wind out of your sails when you have a bit of a break. But yeah, we're back and we're ready to go. More motivated than ever. All right, so we just wrapped the first pod. Look who's here.
What's going on? Here we go.
Johnny, thank you so much for coming on,
Hey.
man. That was class. Top man, as always. All right, so I'm just trying on my tri-suit for the first time. I have to say, it's actually quite comfortable. This is where like my number clips onto. Put some gels in here. Not that I'll need many for sprint trial. I'll take it before. I'll take this belt off and get in the wetsuit over the top of it. If the weather's like this, I'm going to be so pissed. So you got to put this over the tri-suit, yeah? It's actually not as hard to get on as I thought it would be. I spoke too soon. Oh. I'm not going to bother doing it all the way out, but yeah, you get the gist. Fits well. So probably one of the most common questions I get, whether it's on my Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, whatever it is always about what running watch I use. So for a while now, the watch I've been using was a Coros Pace Pro. Really good running watch, honestly. No complaints with it whatsoever. It's a sick bit of kit. Battery life's unreal. It is a bit limited when it comes to triathlon. You can still do everything on it. I still do all my swims on it. I still can do all my cycles with it. But it's good to try new things, and Garmin have just released their new Forerunner 970. Now, the Garmin Forerunner was actually my first ever sports watch that I used. I bought the Forerunner 165 in January of 2024. Before that, I had an Apple Watch SE just for everyday use. The SE, like, it's a great budget watch, but when it comes to doing fitness activities, it's just very limited, and the battery life's shocking. So I invested in the Forerunner range and bought myself 165. I think it cost me like £200, I want to say. So not a cheap bit of kit by any means, and it was very good. But from there, as I said, I've tried Coros, but then Garmin have now released this new Forerunner, which is built for triathlons. It literally says on the package here, premium GPS running and triathlon smartwatch. Heart rate monitors, my experience is very limited, but beforehand I've been using the Coros arm strap monitor, which has been good, but I found I didn't like the look of it on me. But now this Garmin one goes across the chest. Colorway I went for is like this. It's kind of like it's a grey again. So obviously I've got another grey watch, but it's got a really nice like lilac in the side. Yeah. Before I head out, I am in a bit of a predicament for race shoes as to what to wear for Sunday, because obviously it's a sprint, so it's like a 5K full send, but I don't know what carbon plated trainers that I have are best suited for 5Ks. So my options are obviously Pro 4, Alpha Flies, Cloud Boom Strike by On. Those are probably my 3 best race shoes that I have. Obviously it won't help because I would have decided by now, but yeah, let me know in the comments what you think is the best option for that sort of race. I'm leaning towards the Cloud Boom Strike purely because I haven't actually worn them in a race. Oh no, that's a lie. I wore them for a 10K and they felt really great, and I've been wearing them for speed sessions since. So yeah, I do really like them. Alpha Flies I've worn more recently. Nice to sort of change things up a little bit. Don't know why I didn't show you before I put them on, but I've got the Evo SL on today. Now with the Garmin, I'm going to use today as an opportunity just to see what I like about the display and what I don't like about the display. 2K in and the heavens have opened. This is my first run since Sunday, which is just an absolute disgrace, and I'm really feeling it, to be honest. Heart rate's like 146, currently going at like a 540 pace. Fitness were fine, just my legs feel rusty, really slow and sluggish, but yeah, all good. This is one of the first easy runs in a while where I've clocked that my fitness is actually getting quite good. Really not struggling staying in zone 2 at comfortable pace, which is great. Despite the weather, this has been top tier. One of them runs that makes you remember the hard work that you've put in. June apparently. June. Morning, currently out for a dog walk with Lola. Hello. So fast, man. One thing I did massively underestimate is how long it would take me to get used to not going into an office each day. I really didn't think it would be this, not difficult, because it's not difficult at all, but weird to kind of cross over from. So anyone in the comments that watches my videos and stuff that has gone from working full-time to self-employed, it's a different experience. You're going from being in the same four walls all day, every day. I always work from home on Fridays, but all day, every day, to now being in charge of your own time. So I'm just sort of working out the process now of being strict to myself. I'm not being lazy, I'm kind of using up all of my time. But yeah, plan for the day. We are heading back. I'm gonna get changed. Well, I've got my running clothes on underneath this. Go back out and do a tempo run. I need to look at my session actually. I think it's 800s into 400s, but I don't think it lasts that long. I think it's only like 7 kilometers of running. This week's actually my deload week on my runner plan and on my Brownlee fitness plan. But because of, to be fair, last week wasn't a deload week at all for me on holiday. It just, because I was on holiday, it made me think I was, because the rest of the day I just spent doing all. Whereas the actual training was decent. I trained every day. But we are recording the second emotional intelligence episode. I'm recording with Hugo Fry. The amount of people that have messaged me asking me to get him on has been insane, so people can now stop hounding me. No, I'm joking. He is so funny. I'm excited to see how he is like long form, because I feel like there's certain people on Instagram that are just built for long form, and he is one of them. And I keep saying to him, I was like, Hugo, you need to just start vlogging and posting it onto YouTube. Get yourself a camera like this and just vlog your week. And like, he works full time, so it's a bit different, but still, he has a very unique perspective on life, and I just think it'll be so entertaining. So yeah, go and message Hugo Fry after watching this video and saying, please start a YouTube channel, because he's going to take some pushing. I've said it to him about 3 times now. Recording with Hugo. I've got a call about my podcast with a distributor this morning, which is sick, because obviously all of that was done by Fellow Studios when the pod was there, and now it's not. I've got to manage all of that stuff myself, which is exciting. It's another learning curve. Having that, and then obviously heading in for the recording, and then we'll be coming home, sorting our kit out for tomorrow, and then we're going to travel to my dad's. He's like northwest London, so he's like an hour closer to Blenheim. Alright, it's session time. So I have today, as I mentioned briefly on the walk, 800s into 400s. So we've got 1.6k conversational pace, warm up followed by 90 seconds of rest, and then we go into 3 lots of 800 at 3:45. Now this is quick. This is quick for me, with 90-second walking rest. Now I feel like this would have been the sort of thing that I needed to do on the treadmill to be consistent and to make sure that I actually stick to the paces. I feel like I'm going to be all over the shop a bit today, but look, nothing we can do about that. Let's just go and do it around the park. And then 60 seconds walking rest after that, and then we repeat the following 5 times. 400 meters at 3:40. And then between those, we've got 60 seconds of walking rest and then the 1k cool down. I'm doing something different today. I'm going to test out the Evo SL for speed sessions, because I realised, I kind of like avoid reviewing shoes on this channel just because I don't know too much about running shoes. I know what I like, I know what feels good. And I've only used these for easy kilometers so far. And some people say these shoes are like really diverse and you can actually do like speed sessions in them. I've known people to use them on the track and stuff. So what I'm going to do today is see how these fare with these speeds. Now, obviously, I can't completely blame the tools if I struggle with it. It's going to be down to me. But it'll be interesting to see how they fare going at 340s, 345s. This is such a good price shoe. If it's something that you can do your easy miles in and your speed sessions in, those entry-level runners that want to get into running and want to buy a pair of trainers, like this is the one then, if they can do both. Warm up done. It was sort of built up to like the 160 heart rate mark. This should be interesting. I'm not in the best park for it. There's lots of twists and turns. Listen to me already making excuses, man. No, I'm gonna be good. I'm gonna be good. You got this, Cal. First one done. 3:48, second rep. That was tough. 800's done. That was awful. Really struggled there. The shoes are holding up though. 400s, here we go. $3:41, 1 second too slow. 3:38, second rep. This is tough work. 3:44 that one. I had the wind against me, which was shit. On pace for that one. One more, that's it. Come on, Cal, almost done. Max heart rate went up to 185, which is all right considering how hard I was working. So yeah, happy with that. Morning, welcome. We're at Blenheim Palace. I've got my first ever triathlon event today. We are doing the sprint distance, which is, for those who don't know, a 750 metre swim, a 20k cycle, and a 5k run. We picked up all the stuff, got the bike here. There's so much admin that goes into this. So we were in wave 16, which doesn't kick off till midday, and I was like, I didn't have on my email the wave times, so I didn't know what time I was kicking off. So I was like, please can I move earlier? And they were luckily they were calm with it. So. Swim, feeling really confident. I feel like every session I've done swim-wise has been at least 1,500 metres, mostly 2k. So swim, I feel good. The cycle is the thing I'm least confident with. The run, God knows, because running obviously is my strongest part, but I don't know how I'm going to deal off the back of a 20k cycle. So yeah, we'll see how we get on. Put my running shoes in the transition zone. I've got no shoes to wear.
Yeah.
Is that a problem?
Could be.
So I'm going to be rocking around barefoot for a bit, I think, bro.
That'd be right. There's a lot of grass.
This is the learning experiences I need, man. Because imagine rocking up to an Ironman and just like got no shoes on.
Yeah.
But yeah.
You'll be known for that guy that's walking around barefoot.
They'll be, oh, lovely, he's a barefoot runner. No, I'm not. I'm an idiot who's forgotten my shoes. I was thinking this, yeah. What happens hypothetically? Because there's so much to remember, and you forget your running shoes. Do you then just sack off the race, or do you do it in sambas? So my understanding of temperature is only based on ice baths, yeah?
Yeah.
And obviously that's a lot warmer than an ice bath. What we say with a wetsuit, is that quite warm? Is that quite warm with a wetsuit on?
Yeah.
Yeah? Alright, nice, cool. Happy with that. ChatGPT if I can actually wear this heart rate monitor in the water, because I have no idea if it's waterproof. Can I use my Garmin heart rate monitor 600 in water? Yes, you can. So I can wear it while swimming. Ideal. I was worried I couldn't for a second. All right, so race plan. The only plan I have in the swim is to go as hard as possible. That's what I'm gonna try and do. I'll probably try and set out quick to try and find myself a little bit of space. But then after that, I'll try and stick to, the thing is I can't really see my paces during, but I'd like to think I'd be able to do in this open water like a 140 consistently per 100. That's like the faster end of my pool swims, but you've got no turns, so you can get into emotion of it, and it's only 750 meters, so it should be sweet. And then straight out onto the bike. The bike, honestly, I'm just going off feel. If it's good out there and the conditions aren't like a bit sketchy, I'll just full send it. I'm going to be quite tentative on the bike just because it's the most inexperienced thing about my triathlon. And then the run, mate, that is going to be interesting. It's my first time ever running on compromised legs since I've done a high rocks, and people have said, shout out to Jake for this bit of information, apparently the same feeling after the bike is like doing sled push in high rocks, and I hated that feeling. I'm hoping it wouldn't be as bad as that because that's a lot of weight. But yeah, heading to transition now, get our swim stuff on, gone to the loo, get my electrolyte in me. Yeah, let's crack on, man. Come on, bro. tough, man.
Yeah. How are you feeling?
My legs were wobbly, man.
Yeah.
There was some really nasty hills on that. So I say nasty, relative to me, nasty. Feeling good, feeling good. That was humbling. Oh my god, that run was so hard. I massively underestimated that. The run was way harder than I expected it to be. I knew it would be tough on... Crazy. Yeah, there was a few hills. The cycle was tough though. The first half was just constant. There was a massive climb, it levels out and then you go up again, so you don't even have any momentum, and so everyone's just like going like 8 miles an hour, 8 kilometers an hour. Whoa. We've done it though. First triathlon in the bag. Buzzing about that. Oh,
That swim, honestly.
I think I did it in 12 minutes. My swim leg was an average pace of 1:47. 12 minutes 41 on the swim. T1 was 7 minutes something. Pretty
It was
shit.
quite a long way away, wasn't it?
Yeah, and then the cycle, moving time of 43.52, average speed of 27 kilometers an hour, which I'm happy with. I'm happy with that. Elevation gain was 282, so not like crazy, but it was enough. Definitely was enough. My Luxembourg Ironman's 900 odd.
How was your heart rate monitor? Did it stay in place?
Yeah, it stayed. It was really sick. Like it actually, like I didn't even notice it was there. It's the first time wearing a chest one, so yeah, I was really impressed to be fair, bro. Like I thought it would slip down or like rub, but honestly you can't even notice it's there, which is perfect. T2 is a transition 2 between the bike and the run. It says here only 2:34, which can't be right. Well, maybe actually. No, that could be right. Yeah, that probably was right, because it literally you go in and then come straight back out. The run was 5.75k, average pace of 4:35, moving time of 26:26. So yeah, I'm happy with that, bro. All in all, 1:33 official chip time. I mean, I came with no goal, but I guess looking at that, you could go, I want to go sub 1:30, but yeah, don't care. So first experience, first time trying transitions. Overall, really, really happy.
How cool!
Yeah, it's sick.
You're like in the top 50.
Really? What do you mean?
I've been on the app following your ass.
Yeah? 100 men. Oh, come on.
But at one point you were 33rd.
Yeah, no, you know what it was? It was after the swim. I fucking blitzed it.
It was unreal.
Yeah.